My herbs are looking really good. The parsley grows extremely fast. So does the basil. So I'm some good stuff. So we got rain for 3 or 4 days, really hard. And my pepper plants are doing fabulous. This one's much taller. Has starting to get some little flowers in there. This one's starting to make a few little flowers. Really all of them, really. Just about all of them have flowers now. These, the flowers, they're actually getting petals on them. You can see that one there. Then if you also look in here somewhere, I saw it the other day. Oh, there we go. If you look in there, you see there's a tiny little pepper. So these are bell peppers, and they'll start forming peppers. There's another one right next to it. The potatoes pretty much, they all leaned over on me, which is fine. I don't care. I put leaves in there for mulch to keep the moisture down in there a little better. But I thought I was gonna dig these up because I thought they were leaning over like they're getting ready to pass out and die. Look at that little motherfucker. You've gotta go. Okay, anyway. But no, they have quite a bit more life left in them. These have flowered already, and I probably could go ahead and dig those, but I'm gonna wait. It just rained like 3 days in a row, and I want the soil to get a little drier. And then when I harvest them, I'll film that. But yeah, a lot of them started going yellow under the bud. Like a lot of it was like that, but then after all that rain, they all just greened back up. This set has not flowered. And you can see a lot of new growth. That's new. This growth here is new. All of these little spots out here are new, so I don't know. I don't know if I got this bush last time, but this came with my house. There's some more flowers over there. But this is a pretty little, I was gonna chop this damn thing down, but it has a lot of crap around it, including what was an oak tree that they cut down, but they didn't cut all the way to the ground. These are some type of rose. If anybody knows what kind of rose they are, and they smell really good. But yeah, anyway. After the rain, we got a lot of little more blooms on the tomatoes. And you know what? I didn't realize until now, because I thought these were going to get taller. I think these are bush tomatoes. I don't even think they need a cage. But they have a cage on, I'm not taking it off. Same with these, to be honest. I don't know what kind of tomatoes these are. These were volunteers that just came up, and they did so well that I planted them out instead of planting seeds. I'll show you the tomatoes down in here. They're getting to be bigger. There's 3 of them in there. There's one on this back. Okay, picking up where I left off before the memory card got full and decided to tell me that I couldn't record anymore. I'll beat this fool out of here. Anyway, let's see if I can get this on film if my big head is not in the way of sunlight. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Right in there, there's a tomato right here I'm touching with my finger. And then if you look under these 2 branches, there's one here and there's one here. I'm gonna be, like I said, I don't know what kind of tomatoes these are. Oh wow, here's some 2 that I hadn't even seen before now. Let's see if I can get in there. See those 2 there? 2 more. I hadn't even seen those till just now. So that's a discovery, a live discovery on cam. There are 3 of these in each tire planter bed, whatever you want to call them. This 3rd one doesn't seem to have any tomatoes on it yet, but I'm sure at some point it will. These got some nice new blossoms up here, and let's see. Down in here you can see here are some little cluster of tomatoes. They're still real little. Those are still pretty little. I'm looking in here because I really don't know what tomatoes are on these things. They're so dense, and the stems are so thick and stiff. If you bend them too much, they just break because they're bush tomatoes and not vining tomatoes. Pull that blossom off. Yeah, that's gonna be a tomato there too. So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3 little ones, and then 1, 2, 3 little ones in that blossom, and then there are more blossoms up here. So that's those 6 tomatoes, like I said. My blackberry is doing tremendously. All of this is new growth. All of this vine, when I bought this, it had none of this. And with the rain, it's getting a little, this is all it had, was these older leaves over here. You can see these are brighter. And the stem isn't as woody as this over here. This is the only blackberry that I have besides the one that's growing wild in my yard. That's a thornless blackberry. So my blackberry over the past, I don't know, week has grown a nice little amount. And then I have 9 blueberries. Yeah, I know they don't look so great, but I'm gonna get them out of these pots soon. But they didn't look good when I bought them because they were on sale. See all the little light green? Those are all new leaves. There they have them on, just about all of them down there, right in there. All the really light, small lime green leaves, those are all new ones. So the rain helped those out. My fig trees look pretty good. You see the leaves are standing up, but you see I just have this figs all over these trees. Over there, if you can see all those figs. I have 2 fig trees right there. They're still in pots because I just moved to this house a year ago, and before I was renting and I didn't want to put my trees in pots. But these trees are, let's see, there's more figs. There's more under here, there's more there. Peek down there, there's some. If you look up through here, it's just everywhere. Figs. These trees are, I don't know, 3 years old or so, maybe 4. I can't remember when I bought them. This is the only 2 apples I have on my apple tree. I got this apple tree on sale. A quick tip: if you wait until Lowe's or Walmart, and sometimes you can catch things like this, sometimes you can't. If you wait until their plants are looking kind of bad, or the plants have been out there a while, because they start putting plants out in what, March sometimes, you know, depending on where you are. I live in the South. They start putting them out in March, and then you if they've been there until May and no one's bought them, like these blueberries and this blackberry. I missed the other blackberries. Somebody bought them all before I could get up there and get them. But if you catch stuff like that, you can get plants that were originally like 10 bucks. All of these were 10 bucks. I got them all for 2. And so I got 10 plants for $2 a piece. So I got all this for $20. You know, I'll take that. And the same thing with this tree. This apple tree was originally, I think, $29.95. Got to the end of the season, and it was getting ready to be fall or winter. They were getting rid of stuff, and they marked them all down to $5. So I bought that apple. This one's a pear. That one's a pear. I have 2 peaches on the other side. The one with the big leaves right here, that's a loquat. I bought that one as well. And I'll go on the other side and show you the 2 peaches. I also bought this one. I want to show you something. Before, when I filmed this, it was just little white flowers, like these. You can see those little white flowers. The petals haven't come out yet. They'll create a little flower. But if you look at how many, stop focus. Get my hand out of there, maybe it'll focus. But anyway, if you look, you see those little bulbs. And here's some over here, little bulbs. All of those is where a flower was, and it got fertilized. And those, and you can see that one really pretty good right there. All of those are going to be kumquats. This is a kumquat tree. I got it for $5 as well. And the funny thing is, when I bought it, it had fruit all over it. And I didn't think the fruit was going to make it. Here's some more. You can just see they're everywhere, and then you can see how many Kumquats bear a lot of fruit. Um, and I know a lot of people probably don't even know what a kumquat tastes like, but um, that's what they'll look like. That's the tag. They'll look like that. They're little fruits about that big, and you eat the whole thing, the peel and all. It's like a tiny little orange, and they taste really good. I really like them. I didn't know if I was gonna like them or not, but I said, what the hell, for $5, you really can't beat it. You get a whole tree for $5. It was a regular 30 bucks. So I bought 6 trees. I spent $30, but I bought 5 trees. I spent 30 bucks, but I bought 5 trees. So for the price of one, I got 5 trees just by waiting until they were on sale. And like I said, they looked pretty bad at first, but I nursed them back to health. And then over the winter, they did their thing. And then now they've come back. I repotted them in bigger pots. Like I said, I just moved here not long ago. And to be honest, I don't know where I'm going to put these in my yard yet. But they will go on the ground at some point. But for right now, they're not root bound or anything. They're fine in these big pots. They're not having any problems. I got this guava as well. It was on sale. It was a regular $8. They marked it down to $2 at Lowe's. It did get 2 flowers on it this year, but I think that this isn't quite ready to fruit yet, because the flowers, they didn't do anything. I don't know if they just didn't get pollinated or what, but I only got 2 flowers. That's all I got. So maybe next year I'll get more flowers, and the guava will make some guavas for me. And then this was the interesting thing. This is my orange tree that was looking really pitiful before, and I was like, anybody out there knows what I can do. Well, I moved it so that it would get more shade, getting the spider out there. And look at that, it's putting on more flowers. It put on a bunch of flowers early in the season, but then we got all this rain, and it put on new flowers. And you'll also notice, see where this is brown and it died? Well, all these little leaves right here are new. These are new. They're like, if you notice where there's a brown limb, you'll see a brand new shoot coming out. Because this is dead. Let's break that off. This one's dead as well. So everywhere you see the dead stuff, there's another flower. There's another 2 or 3 flowers. This is a navel orange. It's called Washington. So, haven't got any fruit off of this, just flowers. The flowers smell great. It wants full sun. It was kind of in a shady spot over there, and I moved it. Now you can see it's getting full sun for long hours of the day. So I think it's more happy there. I repotted it as well. And these down here, you have to come back because they graft these trees. You have to come back and make sure you get that off, because those little pieces down there, they will grow thorns that are sharper than anything I've ever dealt with. And if you clip them off or break them off while they're young, before they even get the thorns, you don't even have to worry about it. So what I do is I pretty much just go against the growth, and while it's young like that, they break right off. And I get all of these because I don't want limbs growing down this far on this plant. Anyway, and you see how quick this goes. You just grab them and just pull them off, and just that fast. I did that many of them. So now here's my peach tree. My peach tree is growing fabulously. All these green limbs, they're brand new. Yes, that is a peach. There were 3 on this limb. I've eaten the other 2 because they got ripe. I had been testing this one to see if it was ripe. It's not quite ripe yet. It's still way too hard. I'm kicking shit over. Anyway, they're still too hard, but it is pretty. It's a pretty peach, and it has a pretty color to it. The other 2 had a really great taste. This is another peach tree. I know all my trees are so close together. It's hard to tell any one thing from anything. This one got flowers and some little peaches, but I guess they didn't get pollinized all the way or whatever, because all the little peaches it got fell off. Just like this one had a bunch on it. Both of them did. They got a bunch of blooms and a bunch. Then I get the only 3 that stuck around and that really got pollinated were those 3, and I've eaten 2, and I really enjoyed them. They're really good. These are also volunteer tomatoes. They've grown about a foot. Well, no, not a foot, about 6 inches, half a foot in the last week or so. They're gonna get repotted into some. I have some tires that I'm gonna put over there by the other tomatoes, and they're gonna get repotted in there along with these and the Lone Ranger over there. These, however, I don't think these are bush tomatoes. I don't think so, because of how tall they are and how narrow the stems are. So I'm gonna hurry up and get those repotted before they start to fall over. And like I said, I'm gonna do them in those tires over there. That's my rosemary bush. It pretty much does the same all the time. It always looks good. It's right up next to my other fig tree. You can see fig there, and just if you look under, there's a cluster of figs there. I'm sure that this one has a limb down low, and there are usually some figs on there. A few figs, fig right there, a few there, a few there. But yeah, I'll be glad when they're ready. I hope the birds don't find them. This is my tomato, and as you can see, it's growing out of the top of the cage now. It's doing fabulous. If you look right here, you'll see all of these. Let me get it from this side. You see all of those tomatoes there. This is a cherry tomato. There's another cluster, and then here's another. Those are real small. And then here's another cluster. More blossoms, more blossoms, more blossoms. It's just blooms everywhere on this thing. So hopefully I'll have some really nice cherry tomatoes to go along.